Okay. So as you can see here, Agony are on blue side. Once again, it's their second match to be on blue side, and Whimsy&Joy on the red side. Agony taking no time here and banning Shaco for IHFW. Alright. Okay, so let's see here. Bans Zeri, Smolder, Whimsy&Joy are really going to be pressuring Hido here. They're trying to remove as much champions from his pool as possible, if that's the case. But I mean, what you need to do to counter Hido is just unplug his mouse, or maybe, you know, a day before, just give him a little hand injury, you know. Alright, I'm saying terrible things, I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, he's the most talented League of Legends player we have in all of Malta, for sure. Definitely on his role. Maybe you can't say the same if he plays jungle or top or mid, but on AD carry, far above the rest. So yeah, let's see how Whimsy&Joy treats this challenge. It is definitely a challenge coming up against this current Agony lineup. Even Versio had some difficulties the last time they played, so looking forward to how this game goes, and I'm really curious for the next time Agony faces off against a formidable team. I think they still need to play against Washed Ratons as well. Curious as to how that one will go. I believe that will be happening next week, hopefully, if all the timelines go accordingly. So let's see. Alright, so Whimsy&Joy ban also the Wukong. Varsal does like to play Wukong. He's a very strong jungler. He's definitely something you can play around Wukong. You just need to play a very strong mid and try to invade him. Don't let him scale, but Whimsy&Joy prefer to ban him out. It's a shame because they have Maokai. I once remember playing Wukong with Versio against Agony, and they played Maokai Tristana middle, Maokai jungle, and they completely destroyed me. Like, so it's a shame Whimsy&Joy do not see the potential, perhaps, if Agony do go for the Wukong. We see here first pick Orianna from Agony. You don't really see that every day. And Whimsy&Joy are reacting with the Maokai. So Orianna, usually you can disengage, you can engage, well, not with her, but with some other champ. But yeah, she can host and engage. And she has reasonable poke, not the best, because her ranges aren't that high. But I think Orianna... Yeah, I mean, they're picking champs they're comfortable. Whimsy&Joy are picking champs that they are comfortable with, because I don't think they picked Maokai specifically to counter this first pick. We also see the blind Lucian from Whimsy&Joy, which I think is a bit risky this early on. Agony are free here to pick. They go with Xin Zhao against the Maokai, and their next pick here should probably be an AD carry, so they don't blind any more laners. So we have Xin Zhao, Orianna for ball delivery. What else would you go here? Do we have some AoE champion? I think Xayah goes really well here. I don't know what goes well into Lucian. Something long range perhaps. Or maybe the Aphelios or Ashe. I'm not too sure what Hido plays, if he even does play Aphelios. Okay, he goes for Jinx, a bit more tried, tested, and traditional for the Maltese scene. So yeah, Jinx does outscale Lucian, but she's gonna be taking her sweet time before she carries these team fights. Agony will likely want a bit more AoE, as with Jinx you want that sort of AoE magic damage to deal the initial part of the damage, so you can get those resets in the team fights. Whimsy&Joy go with the Nami. Okay, so it's a traditional Lucian Nami bot lane, a very strong bot lane. If there's anyone that would know what to play into it, it would for sure be Hido. He has professional experience playing against this comp, but let's see how it goes. He does have Pullu as a support with him. Now Pullu as a player, he's very calm, very methodical. Very nice motivational player to play alongside. I think one of the more fun times I've had in a team was with Pullu. But he is maybe a bit out of practice in the game, but he does have Hido, and they are friends. So, you know, they do a bit maybe of hand holding here. They trust each other and it goes well. He's actually one of the best Marvel rival players in EU West. I don't know if you guys knew that. Alright, next two bans here are actually going to be banning Pullu here. So the Nautilus ban, it's obvious because, you know, Nami kind of wants to not get grabbed. Agony banning the Jarvan. he even does play a fair. Why? Okay, he goes for Jinx a bit more. Okay, maybe they think it's a Maokai top, but I'm pretty sure Zambiro has never played that in a day in his life. But yeah, fair enough. Here it is. It's Aurora picked next. I forgot his name. Apocalypse. Okay, sorry. We've known him under some other names as well. So yeah, Apocalypse here picking the Aurora. I don't think I've ever seen him on Aurora. So first time for everything, I guess. If there's anyone that would know to play into it, it would for sure be Hido. He has professional experience playing against this comp, but let's see how it goes. Alright. He does have Pullo as a support with him. Agony here, thinking about their last pick. They do take the Scion. Scion typically does well in many matchups, and he's the tank of choice in pro play at the moment. Scales decent well, has good priority with his push, and even when he goes down, when that happens, it's already a challenge in itself. He does a lot of damage. Looks like it's Milio time. Okay, so Milio Jinx against Lucian Nami. Interesting choice here. I would imagine Varsal does still need to help his bot lane to get them ahead. Meanwhile, Whimsy&Joy here could have a really nice, strong early to mid game comp here. I think the Aurora does well. The Lucian Nami is very strong too together, and Maokai just locks everything in place for his team to get the damage. And it's a Malphite. I think Malphite is very respectable. If you're going up against one of the best the best AD carry in Malta, Malphite, you know, you're gonna be testing Mr. Hido's reactions. Does he flash in time? And Malphite just presses his alt, his E, and does a lot of damage. Alright, interesting choice, guys. I'm gonna make a poll to see who won the draft. One moment. All right. So apparently we have some sound issues. Oh, I see. Should be fixed now. I apologize, my friends. Okay, let's we can. Okay, not yet. Let's talk a bit about the draft. I am waiting for both sides to confirm that they are ready. So yeah, let's talk a bit about this draft. We see that Agony have maybe a bit more of a traditional comp. They have a tank, they have a decent mid laner that does damage, and a bruiser in Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao is gonna get buffed from the Orianna, from the Milio. Jinx is just kind of gonna come late here and try to get all the resets thanks to what Orianna has delivered. And on the other side, Whimsy&Joy are kind of just gonna press, you know, the Malphite R, the Maokai R on top to sort of deter people. Now the good thing here is that Agony have the Milio, which will deny a lot of what Maokai wants to do. Especially that ult, so it will be a bit tricky. But if Maokai ult hits, he gets a move speed buff, and even if Milio cleanses that, you can still run straight ahead to connect your W. Alright, so there's the poll, guys, if you wish to vote on it. Yeah. Alright, so they're taking their time. Let's see here. So I imagine if mid lane here for Whimsy&Joy gets ahead, this will be a very, very strong thing. Because if Orianna's not ahead and fed, she's not going to be dealing that much damage. And the fed Aurora can just press R after Malphite goes in, after Maokai goes in, and pretty much just one-shot Jinx, making it a non-factor altogether. In this comp that Agony have, if Hido goes down, if Jinx goes down, they're not going to be doing much damage, especially if living on Orianna is not ahead. So I would imagine Whimsy&Joy just kind of want to be really ahead in mid lane. And with bot lane with their Lucian Nami, I think it's less about getting kills in the solo lanes, sorry, in the lane, but it's more about getting good wave control, good trades that they are healthy, so that they can deny the CS and make a slow push for maybe a crash. If Whimsy&Joy can do that and deny CS, I think that's ideal. They would also be safe by holding the wave as well, and they don't need to overcommit. So still waiting on them to catch on. Okay, so yeah, that's my prediction at least. So Agony just want Living to go equal if possible, and yeah, if Agony goes equal, and I mean, where can they theoretically lose? Potentially in top lane, okay? So if Agony just, I don't know, for some reason IHFW just permacamps top lane for whatever reason, and Agony have a Scion falling behind, no difference at all. Agony, I'm pretty sure win this game just through sheer mechanics. So there's that. I mean, an Orianna alt can start the fight for Jinx, for Hido with the extra range from Milio, you know, and that get one reset gets 100. But I mean, Agony can't really be confident. I don't think so, because I think if Living on Orianna starts getting a bit behind, or even if he's completely equal, maybe not strong yet. Whimsy&Joy have this thing called Malphite. It's a big rock with legs, and it would be Hido's worst nightmare. But given that the level of player that he is, he probably knows to only fight in certain scenarios when he has flash, right? We've seen how he did against Versio. His positioning was excellent on the sides, dealing damage, never being touched. So yeah, looking forward to this game here, but I think Whimsy&Joy have the tools they need. They need to deny bot lane and get Apocalypse ahead in mid lane. Let's see. Alright, back. Let's have it here, ladies and gentlemen. Agony versus Whimsy&Joy. Woo! Before GTA 6. 7? I think it's the 6. Alright. Let's see, we need that sound. Because otherwise you're gonna go crazy. Excellent. Alright, are you ready, guys? I'm ready. This will be a good match to watch. Yet again, with a very respectful start. No one invading, no one doing crazy stuff. We see mid lane getting into a bit of a tussle. Living is already at half health, starting off the laning phase. Definitely not what Living wants here. And to make matters worse, Brumba comes up and heals Apocalypse for the trade he took. Yeah, and with Aurora, the way she works is the lower health you are, the more damage you're gonna take. And meanwhile though, for that heal, we see that Pullu and Hido are already starting off on the aggressive, trying to find some damage before this lane starts. Looks like an interesting choice to pop barrier early there from Hido. Perhaps this is something that more AD carries should be doing earlier on, just to avoid a bad trade. This could work in Whimsy and Joy's favor if they can actually freeze the wave here. They're getting pushed in quite hard. And I'm really not sure as to why they're allowing it, to be honest. And there it is. There's the long trade. Hido falling low. And there's first blood for Mr. Small and Brimba. And I think it's... wow, that's almost 2 kills. I honestly think that's a bit disrespectful from the Agony bot lane. I have no idea why Jinx and Emilio felt that confident. I'm glad. It seems like to have maybe been a trap set by Whimsy and Joy, as they did take the long trade. Oh, 07 cannon minion, but that's alright. We just killed Hido. The excitement must be so strong. Now we've seen Agony do this before against the Versu, where they send their bot lane to the top lane. But I've never seen it just to catch a wave. And now it seems like Gruntless pushes in the bot wave, and he's going back top lane. Now I would imagine Mr. Small and Brimba kind of want to do the same, where they crash this wave, and then they recall. But this is actually what Hido and Pullu want. They want to delay things further. As you can see, we see a 6 minion lead by Hido, which is technically a full wave. So there's that. So Hido and Pullu avoiding the lane, going for the scaling. Barsal getting his first gank off. Apocalypse dodges accordingly. Very nicely indeed, but sadly he does not have teleport left. Seems like Mr. Small, Brimba and IHFW want to dive this. Mr. Small falling very low here. Gruntless probably won't fall, and he does have that Scion passive. In the meanwhile, Agony prioritized the dragon here, which is a guaranteed objective. I'm not too sure as to the strategy behind Whimsy and Joy pushing in the top lane turret further than what they needed. Basically, they would have won the lane if they stayed. I'm pretty sure they're just not used to this kind of swapping over. And in fact, since they show that they are recalling, we already see Hido recalling, and I bet you he's off to the top lane. No? Alright, maybe I don't know the full strengths of this. I would assume they wanted to keep challenging the wave and avoid laning, but Hido now going back to the bot side. Perhaps he's more confident in how this matchup can go now. Whimsy and Joy on fire, finding Varsal for the second kill. A misstep here by the Agony jungler. Whimsy and Joy in the cups of making the biggest upset of the tournament. That would be a treat. Another gank here from Whimsy and Joy, dealing damage onto Living. We did use Maokai Flash for it, but Living is able to walk out of that. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Mr. Small and Brimba are in a heated battle against Hido and Pullu. It's looking in favor of Whimsy and Joy just because of the heals, but the CS says otherwise. In fact, if we had a look at the gold, we're just 100 gold away, despite there's being a full kill and assist for Mr. Small. We got a good game on our hands, guys. Stay tuned. If you have any friends that usually watch and aren't watching this one, tell them, hey, Whimsy and Joy are cooking. This bot lane is one to watch out for. We just need to be better in the CS department, because if we keep going on like this, Hido's just gonna win based on CS. We can see he's already equalized the gold entirely, just from CS alone. Alright, Varsal is getting caught on grubs. The last one is up. Zambiru falling low. He does go down. Varsal is still alive, but he does get taken out by HFW. The remainder of Agony are here though, living and gruntless, finishing off the Whimsy and Joy jungler. And now Apocalypse is left in a 1v2 situation. He does end up going down as Living picks up that kill. And something you might have missed is that Sion picked up the last grub with his Q. This does make it a 3-for-1 with grubs on top in favor of Agony. Alright, alright. Nothing impressive there. Come on, Agony. You can do it. No, but we need Whimsy and Joy to capitalize on these moments, but sadly it did not work out this time. I'm clinging on to the action as best I can, but following that play and taking a quick look at the CS here, we might be in a bit of trouble. As I said in the draft, Agony lose this game if Living is not ahead at all, equal or behind, and if they can manage to take down Hido in a fight, because he'll be their only damage source. But from the looks of it, Living doing pretty well for himself. And Hido, despite being down a kill, he's pretty much the same on gold. So, let's see. It still stands strong though that Agony only have 2 damaging champions at the moment. And a lot of AoE strong burst damages coming out from Whimsy and Joy. We'll just have to see how these team fights go. Dragon round 2 here. Agony forced the Maokai out, but Milio out cleanses that. We said this in draft. We need to be layering our CC a bit better from Whimsy and Joy. They need to expect Milio to completely cancel out the Maokai out. It's just the way it is. We don't have Nami out as it was just used. And it seems like HFW gets the smite steal. Now it seems like Whimsy and Joy sacrifice him for the dragon, and I think it's a worthwhile to raid. Agony won't be happy with that one. We see shutdowns coming up just now, as both Grantless and Living have hit a shutdown point. Starting to also see some of the first items being completed here. Sundered Sky for Varsal. We also have the... Oh. Seems like we found a gank here onto Brimba. Falling low. Hido gets the last shot, but he also goes down for Mr. Small. And that's an excellent trade from Whimsy&Joy. As I'm pretty sure you'd rather have more uptime on this Lucian. Fantastic. Whimsy&Joy really sticking in this, to be honest. I wouldn't say it's better than what Aversi. I mean, Aversi were outright winning the game in the beginning. But so far, looking pretty tough as a team. Well. Alright, we see Zambiru and Gruntless fighting out here on the top side. How does it end? It looks like it might end well for Gruntless. Zambiru ults out just at the last second. Dodging the last Scion Q there. Yes. As we heard, Terraplay is about to fall. Apocalypse going down. Not reacting in time for the gank from Varsal. The Orianna ult being enough to secure that kill. Trying to get one more plate or two more plates before they go down. Meanwhile, HFW engages onto Pullu as Mr. Small is here to deal the damage. He flashes in forward. There's the Maokai ult. Hido gets caught. But it seems like we might have a dive opportunity here. Do we have any teleports? We have teleport from Living coming in. Gruntless is also teleporting. This could be a full-on out fight as the Agony laners are teleporting in. There's the Scion ult to engage. IHFW goes in and thanks to Phase Rush starts disengaging. Mr. Small gets caught in the Scion Q. Living is in a dangerous spot. He gets shut down by Mr. Small. Gruntless now rooted. This could be the end of Gruntless. So far, Whimsy&Joy playing this perfectly. Very nice play here. We also take 2 teleports on top. I don't know, Whimsy&Joy came to play today. Oh no, and the outplay there from the Agony bot lane. He don't pull the turn it on onto Brimba and Mr. Small. They do both go down. Let's see how the gold is looking. It actually seems that Hido is leading in gold now. 500 gold up. Just goes to show what good CSing does. And patience. Seems like Herald is also gonna get collected by Agony here. We're going for a gank onto Living. He does have flash, but the remainder of Whimsy&Joy are here. And Living does fall. Mr. Small picks up the kill. He's quite happy to do so. Agony in the meanwhile do take the Herald. And we see the remainder of Whimsy&Joy chasing in here. Blue buff gets started. Hido and Pullu are on the side. Hido gets bubbled. Varsal trying to salvage his buff. He does smite it. Here comes Gruntless. And they catch IHFW off the bend. See, Mr. Small trying to deal as much damage as possible. But Whimsy&Joy are unsure whether to go in or to disengage. Apocalypse gets a lot of damage out there. Varsal almost falls. We see a flash from Mr. Small. Zambiru is in a bit of danger here and he's the first to fall as Hido gets his first reset. And that fight's over. Dragon is also available here, which is why Agony are dropping the Herald in the mid. They can also contest this Dragon. Let's see here. Brimba gets caught out. He's a bit too far further. Apocalypse too. Living was just behind the rest of his team. And that's a quick triple kill for Agony. On top of the fact they might just take the Dragon as well. Yes, you did see correctly. Zambiru just ults the wave. Just to get his clear speed up. I mean, I'm not too sure if it's the best play, but it's the play. Look at these top lane Giga Chads. Right clicking each other. Alright, we see Hido and Pullo on the side here. Remainder of Whimsy&Joy is also here. Pullo could be the first to get caught out. The Milio ult comes out though. So no Milio ult following this fight. Sadly, we also don't have Malphite ult because we used it for the wave. Hey. Alright. On the other side though, we see Apocalypse there jumping out of danger as Varsal and Living are on the side. He could potentially get caught out if he sticks his head out too long. Quick kills here, Agony. Combining the Orianna ult with the Jinx ult. That's exactly what you want. The strong mage dealing a large chunk of damage for you. So Jinx can finish it off. Sadly, they did catch out Brimba, who's the weakest member in terms of tank stats. But the damage from Living is just insane. Despite only having mostly utility items. You even saw how Mr. Small went to half health with a single combo. Atakan is getting looked into by both sides here. Not too sure who wants it more, but they won't give it up. Currently Agony are leading by 6k gold. And Hido's items look scary. Very strong damage source. We also have Grantless securing that tier 2 mid in the meanwhile. No real contest on it. We have an interesting dynamic here going on. Someone needs to take care of that mid lane sooner or later. But it seems like all eyes on Atakan. Nobody wants to leave it. Oh, it's a 15k health objective. It's not gonna... Oh wow, what the hell was that? Somehow IHFW runs through the Scion ult. Zambiru falls, but so does Pullu. We see Gruntless with an amazing Q on the back line. Varsal finishes off Apocalypse, and here comes Small as Hido gets 2 resets already. That's the third one. And it seems like Agony found their rhythm in this game, guys. It's a clean 4 for 1 for Agony here, as Brimbo was not even anywhere close to this fight. With Atakan on top as well. Was looking so nice for Whimsy&Joy, but towards the mid-range of this game, they just got outmatched. The game was maybe a bit too fast. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely be proud of such a performance, especially in the bot lane. They did so well. We just need to try and deny a bit better. Perhaps land the CS. It does make a big difference. You can see 20 CS in mid and 40 CS in the bot lane currently. Now Agony are really just chilling here. They started the dragon without any concern. But Whimsy&Joy have not had enough. They want to keep fighting this. Let's see. Pullu takes the dragon here. And first to go down is IHFW, followed by Zambiro goes in, and Hido finishes it off. Yeah, it's starting to look one-sided, guys. I mean, it's 20-7 at this point. We have that 10k goal lead where most games go to dime. Hido looks unstoppable despite the start of the game. It's just very hard to deal with at the moment. And down goes that tier 3. We see Hido kiting all the way out of his base. That tier 3 going down before Baron is even up. That's another turret they take. Agony relentless in their pursuit here to catch what advantages they can get. I assume the Baron in the next minute will be the last objective of choice. If Agony get a good Baron fight, they could potentially end off of it. So yeah, Baron's coming up. 5 seconds to go here. I would imagine both sides want to fight for it, but Whimsy&Joy might get wallet diffed at this point. Alright, Whimsy&Joy are aware that Agony are on the premise. Oh, we might be able to catch Varsal here. Varsal goes in onto Zambiro. Deals his damage but pops his ult. An ult for an ult here as Lucian does use his own. There comes the Baron, guys. It's 11k already, 10k. It's really melting at the moment. 5k. 3k, it looks like it will be secured. There it is. Agony, get the Baron. That was arguably one of the fastest Baron I've ever seen. Less than a minute after it spawns, it's already taken. Grantless going in onto Mr. Small. We see Zambiro with a massive engage though, as the angle is really awkward for Agony. Living goes low. Here comes Apocalypse, but all of Agony flashes out. And Hido gets another kill. He's gonna chase in. Oh no, the bubble from Brimba is perfect. It stops him in his tracks and a shutdown for IHFW as Hido falls. That's kind of a big take though, because I think Hido could have totally finished this game if he was still alive, with Baron buff and the remainder of his team behind him. It's a 1-for-3 play here as Agony keep pushing the advantage. Tier 2 top turret is falling as well. Here the next up is gonna be that top lane tier 3. We see Varsal focusing down the inhibitor as the inhibitor does fall. Agony start recalling here. They want to take the dragon, get the dragon soul, and potentially look to push out the bot lane. In the meanwhile, Whimsy&Joy, I don't even think prayers can save them, to be honest, and they do miracles. Well, alright, so, I mean, you saw it more as the same as I did. I fully commend Whimsy&Joy though. Looked promising in the earlier parts of this game, but slowly it started to transition into a really strong game here. And there goes the Nexus.